What's happening? I keep my dreadlocks in a napkin ring. Rap and sing. Okay, yes, Secret House against Tokyo-based hip-hop art and culture conversations. Radio Free Mega. Better than Radio Free Asia. Don't ever check that shit out, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, we're back again, and I'm here to do a little bit of, this is the part of the program, part of the channel where I listen to music and I discuss music, new songs, old songs, songs that we just want to share, things that we're thinking about, just that type of thing. And because the reception on the last video that I did about 2001 was met with some like really good responses, people were really happy that we did that and we took the time to do that. I felt as though like, hey, let's keep it moving. And I was deciding, should I go to like 97, 98? What year should I do? And I decided, all right, well, I did 2001. Let's just go forward to 2002 until maybe I get to a year that I was like starting to feel that the underground independent scene that I had loved so much was getting away from me a bit. And that's kind of when I started to get into other different genres and stuff. Even though I was into other genres, like this is Dabre in the back, who works with hip-hop artists and has for a long time. But this was more towards the IDM type of approach, kind of the pre-beat scene. Beat makers at that time is like, you could put a Daedalus in there too. But also, they're making like hip-hop beats. So we're on that. And then, we'll get into it. I was like this year, 2002 was a pretty great year for hip hop. We had, what did we have that year? We had Personal Journals by Sage Francis. We had Fantastic Damage. One of my all-time favorite albums, definitely my favorite LP solo album. We had Black Alicious, Blazing Arrow. Just quite a few. Mr. Liff, Emergency Rations. I don't remember if, there's a bunch of stuff that came out this year, probably that I'm missing. And what I did to kind of prepare for this was I just kind of was thinking about albums at that time and trying to figure out like where I was at and what I was doing and what I was listening to. And 2002, the first part of 2002, I was still in Texas. Going into the new year, I was still in Texas because, as I said last episode, I was getting myself into trouble in Hawaii and had to leave before I graduated. So I went to a magnet school in Texas. Shout out to the Richard Milbourne Academy. You know what I mean? And and eventually I got my high school equivalency diploma or whatever. And so I was working with a studio called Hot to Death, and still a weirdo hip hop kid. And so a lot of music, like back then you held on to it for years. I mean, we still do, but I'm not going to bring up any albums from the 2001 in this conversation. And I'm also not completely sure or accurate if these albums actually came out in 2002. I'm pretty sure that they did. What I'd like to start with today, let me just pull up my little music player and see what I got going on. Like, let's keep let's play this, because all right, I used to play this joint when I was DJing. I would play like Overcast, what was it, Atmosphere, God's Bathroom Floor, go right this and then go right into that jam towards the end of the set, because it was just like really lovely to end with. But let me pull up the library and see. Might have to pull a lot of these albums off of my phone because some of these are not available on streaming. Some of these are not necessarily online, and a lot of these just fucking didn't. It's like the people just don't have them. But let me see. My phone's going really slow right now. I don't have my glasses. I'm messing up here. Hold on. Let me pause for a second. yeah, hope y'all are feeling that. I probably won't edit that out, because this is supposed to be kind of like listening to the radio. I let the songs play, let the songs go, and do that. So, yeah, let's see. All right, let's go into one that's like really well known, and it does have like some. All right, this is the Urban Renewal Program, which was a compilation album that came out. Why is my phone tripping? The Urban Renewal Program that came out, I think thanks to Chocolate Industries, I want to say, the skate company. And on the album, there was a lot of really dope tracks.
That, I'm gonna get into this little bit of
Aesop Rock is on that. Most Def Diverse is on that. Mr. Liv, Souls of Mischief, RJD2. LP is on that with the fire track. Miho Hattori, a Tortoise, Choral. This is a choral joint. And the last joint, this is about the City 2 by Dose One and Jail themselves, but back when they were themselves.
I put them all together, as you possibly have heard.
All right, so what should we play on this? Let's play Deadlight, because since I'm not playing Fantastic Damage, let's go right into it. This is like this song to me sounded like a joint or a verse that was done by LP before he started writing for Fantastic Damage, because I think on Fantastic Damage the writing style changed a bit, and this one still has a little bit of the older style, but I don't know. I'm just going off of it, but
we all burn in a nuclear blast of fucking death and pain. Oh, I'm sorry, was that morbid? I apologize. Play that joint. I'm free.
Super hard. Pump this up. Yeah, you heard that little intro, man. Like, there was a real idea that the world was going to fall apart completely, and we're in the Bush years, and yeah, we're all coming into it like, damn, the world's going to end. And then they still had that kind of like 2012 idea of the Mayan calendar, and a lot of the weird new agey conspiracy theory shit weaved into a lot of people's kind of belief systems in a way. It was ubiquitous and not unusual.
For the dropouts, what are the plan? Using immaculate motivational scam. Figure stabbing over the east with a picture that won't form. Unrefined, the climate is born. Exposed to the gizmo of death, then act passive. And when the light hits, even thugs' pisses or ice grill relaxes. But brainiacs in the label want me to simplify how I deliver. That's like commissioning phase 2 to paint a one-color stick figure. To me, that's like fuck you for being yourself, but I say fuck yourself.
Yeah, this was a jam. But what I meant by LP's writing style changes is like a earlier Company Flow shit, an earlier LP shit. He had like these really long form, like really long run-on sentence style bars, and this is kind of more where he got into like really more punching in type of stuff that was a little bit shorter and a little bit more direct thoughts. But this is the joint that has that Emerson, Lake and Palmer line, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer LP, yeah, fucking. And for me back then, man, like LP was just producing, his production was just the illest b-boy shit around. It was so futuristic, but it was also still felt completely rooted in like what I thought about 4-element hip hop culture. And as a b-boy, it was like, yeah, this is the illest shit. Like, yeah, this is what I listen to. That's a sick science. Hemophiliacs and blood clots. Piece of J Treads and the juggernaut. Piece of J Treads. And this chorus was hard too. I wonder what I should go in after this.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer's like Pavlov's come back. When I ring bells, get prepared to react. Yo, where are my dogs at? Ring, 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 ring. Come and get the food, stupid, from the block of the historian with the highest kind of mitochondrians. The GED scholar, the off the top of the Metroid metropolis. Occupants breathe art, not dollars. The words create a trachea disturbance like Jake's teeth. And the throat box is robotic and monotone dogs holler. Like professional horns and dog collars. Take this style back to the chat room and suck it in. When I cast the lawnmower man, I'm unplugging him and smacking with a...
Okay, I know where I'm going. So also this year is when the Addams Fam Center of the Web album came out, and of course y'all know that I'm a huge fan of like Cryptic, Wind and Breeze, of course Alaska Adams and shit, and I was still huge on them, and this dropped and it was really dope. Hold on, let's play this. Hologram Apprehension. Yeah, it looks like this is not online. Oh, I fucked it up. Okay. My bad. No, let's go back to it because I'm fucking up. Okay.
In a minute, yo, a minute, your mind will collapse to fragments from the panic cause. When you whack a trap with no maps in a minute towards labyrinth. Within your vanishes, I paint beautiful pictures with scriptures on a language canvas. With a tremendous, endless palette of colorful words that cause optical blurs to your third eye's damage. I manage the impossible, staying on a logical path. Pathological liars with burnt bridges. The last I feel my
like I said, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just music, just me chilling, drink a little bit.
The rest of S pearls, protected from the molested, over-infected rest of the world. Yeah, it's true, you're an oyster too, but you and your crew are oysters that remain in the stained hue of blue. As I read black ink on white pages, you hollow attempt to follow in hopes that my intelligence is contagious. Man, fear is that which you cannot understand. So you see, most men cannot understand. So it's clear that when the cryptic ones fear, some run, while most men cower in fear. Man, fear is that which you cannot understand. So you see, most
it was tight. Haven't heard this in a long time. You know what else also came out?
My vinyl plates hold food for thought. Most are holding only breadcrumbs. Most born with silver spoons in their mouth, speak with forked tongues, and they're quick to strive to place these knives in the backsides of us guys who strive to keep hip hop alive. And the gift you receive from my words could be tremendous, but most stare at what I share as if my flow is rocky.
Okay.
Hideous to the mentally shallow.
So since I'm on a kind of like a East Coast definitive jokes adjacent type of stretch right now, I'll play this joint from Nighthawks, Camus and Cage. Rest in peace to Camus, man. Like I was talking about on the last episode, Camus and his work that they were doing together with Megahertz is just super proper, super dope. But this is probably my favorite song on the album. It's called Cop Hell, and it was so fucking live. I like Cage a lot before he went a little bit, towards that indie kind of sound that he was doing for a minute when he got skinny. Yo, shout out to him for getting healthy and all that and hanging out with Shia LaBeouf. But yeah, like heavy drug addict Cage, he used to be fucking hilarious. He used to be great. And this beat is so funky.
Picked up, fixed up, every connector get the six up. Got the feds mixed up with cartels, cream machines like Carvel. Getting brain in the back of the plane like doorbell. Who is it? Liquid kids, the gift of jizz. All working, no play, find a different biz. Spraying pipe or laying pipe, my game is tight. That bitch in the ceiling, do you think she'll stay tonight? Played it right, I'm in my own hell, oh well. Little piece of heaven every time these hoes sell. That sour rotten every hour plotting. POLICEMA and rotten in.
I gotta let Camus play a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think this came out on Def Jux. This might have been like Eastern Conference All Stars because I know Cage was working with them a lot. I'm not sure though. Like, I'm not like a crazy historian. I was just there. I've probably forgotten more about this shit than yeah.
Crackheads throw bottles, we don't need that hate. We crackheads for an hour, free that bass and put men on it. And let the pan lean on them. If they don't hit us with our cut, they get caught up. And every police meeting and precinct to get brought up. Look, I scheme your broad, screen a call. So when you go to jury duty, do the heat is on. And get it cracking with the police, you done did it. I told cars every weekend, who wants tickets? And when I see bitches, I holler, you gon' get it. I please stripping bitches with dollars to see them titties. And a squad to pop up to pick up Missy. And cop hell, cop hell, cop hell, cop hell, cop hell, cop hell.
Kind of walk, he'll bust around the jaw. Still haters talk through the.
All right, so the next one I'm gonna play is an album that I think a lot of cats just don't know that are coming to the scene, but this was by Commodores, which was a crew? I don't know. I just remember Commodores, like, that's probably the first place that I heard KDI. The album was called Beta 1. I think they were from Canada, but it kind of had that kind of like futuristic Def Jookie type of joint. I remember it was like fucking KO Flux. What is it? Fucking, yeah. Wep 1? But okay, here we go. Shit was hard.
It's more like synthesized graffiti and large recitals, cradles, rock to crib sites, pipes the wind that heed the breed, 7 C's resident, treasure chest.
Polymorphic?
Oh shit.
I think Casset really enjoy I don't know. Well, who do they enjoy?
I flew ramshack your Benadryl. Etching skills on pedestals with mentals, exit pencils, your essential brain erase. Separate my sound like spinal plates in space. Braid herbs on the dope.
But hear that beat, it's like
Time like turpentine gives birth to blank floors. Watch ducks to sucker bomb, cough toxic songs out of helicons. Your thoughts stop like red octagons. Far from innocuous.
I know where to go after this.
Fuck around and get torn down like the elevated orange line. Pulsar star. What's the case, yo? Or crabs get seen or pray they wake up invisible. Pulsar star. What's the case, pops?
Okay.
Word the fuck through up. A spyglass, atrocious. Do shows in swollen marrow. Keep it fat to cause calories stored in portraits. Born in galleries that defeat and be sonorous. Eviction, flash out secret passages in the kitchen.
Here we go.
Matters I had a tenant.
Odd Jobs. Drums. Dry Bones.
Your man's worried cause he sees I'm raining buckets.
They were from Minnesota, I want to say. Yeah, I think so. Also, what came out this year was fucking God Loves Ugly, which was probably the point where I started being like, oh man, I don't know if I love Slug's music as much as I did before. You know, with Dino Spectrum and then Overcast and then Lucy Ford. Lucy Ford might be my favorite Slug album. But yeah, fucking who was in Crescent Moon? Kimani, I want to say was in joints. Oh, but they had a remix too with Aesop Rock. Hold on, it was fucking Advise. I should pull it up. Know Me, fucking. All right, see, maybe this is why I should make notes of shit. But yeah, this joint is hard. Also got Vast Air on it. I think Aesop is first. Knucklehead.
Like this, knucklehead, clumsy, lump sum rusty, city some flunk, sunk muddy, punk ugly, hungry pugsley, like a trunk, a crunk bunch for the country. Sprung up through vertical slump, then
reverted back to monkey. Yeah, it's dope.
Crop with a last stop, a lucky Nike slunk amongst funk revolution, pumped the television junkies. Yuppies are yummy with steak and hot sauce. Junk the tummy, fuck it, bitch for drugs and the you'll never love me.
Bucket.
Settle funny stomach, pedal dumpy comfort. Pump that piston, water bug buddy system.
Shoot, fucking Aesop was probably my favorite MC when this came out. Like when this was going down, I was a huge Aesop fan. Also, Ghost was probably still on my list. I don't know if Bulletproof Wallace came out this year or some shit, but like, yeah, he had a lot of good grace with me going into 2002 after Supreme Clientele, like 2 years before, and then like Dose One was probably one of my favorites at this time as well. Bus Driver this is the year where I really get into Bus Driver and I start really enjoying his album. And maybe Quell or Off-White were also some of my favorite MCs, which I've got some stuff from them that I like to play too.
Braves crashing a hold down, heartbeat bled over, techniques in a roadhouse. No more rounds, but you got to pay.
I want to hear the Vast Air verse. I haven't heard the Vast Air verse in a long time off of this. What should I play next though? Maybe I'll go into. Should I play Mr. Lift? Yeah, maybe I could do a Lift song. I haven't listened to fucking I Phantom in a long time. Actually, Return of the B-Boy is the shit. Also, fucking Success with Aesop on the chorus. It's fucking great storytelling. Lift kills that shit. Postmortem Mortem is also fucking great. Let's play fucking Return of the B-Boy. And that was like a 7-minute jam. It was like 8 minutes, 7:36? Yeah, it's like, you know, he's just fucking B-Boy shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I can't even remember the last time I saw a title of a track that said B-Boy in it or some shit. You know, it's like rare enough that you don't even get like turntablism and a lot of shit nowadays, but like,
damn, this nigga needs God. War, apart in the street, he got beat. The meat are disenfranchised and left weak. These images.
The ill spot is when it goes to the B-Boy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been planning on going back because my wife is a B-girl, for those of you that don't know, and her crew is in Okinawa, and shout out to the Convent crew. And every year they have their event, and we haven't been able to make it in a while. But you know, when I go out there, I try to DJ and rock with them and play breaks. Like not typical breaks that the breakers are dancing to. I like to put on some B-boy joints with rapping on it and some shit that, you know, they can get down with. And a lot of times it'd be like, you know, I hit them to Drones Over Brooklyn, shit like that. And, you know, there's a couple Homeboy Sandman joints. This is like really good for that. And this one is too. But yeah, we still in that area where we still think that underground hip hop could be. Yeah, what a time. Yeah, let's be real hip hop. Just fucking keep it real era. It's already dying though. Yeah, right here. If that beat don't speak to you, I mean, you don't know how to Indian step, you don't know how to 6-step, of course. But I understand. The youth just don't have that part of the culture.
We had ill static over illmatic. I reached for it. This nigga said I couldn't have it. So tragic for him to try to counter my magic. I'm rabid. Reach to his fucking face and grab it. Nigga, how the fuck did you figure you could interfere with the music so potent? Then I gazed at his skull for a moment before I moved on. Then I heard 2 songs, distinct flavors from the Woo's end of the 36 chambers. I'm about to bring
this shit is hard. And then it's like, and yo, Mr. Lift's flow is so dope. Like, I wonder what he's doing now. I haven't really heard any Lift shit in a while. The last shit I heard was like what were they called? Perceptionist? Him and Acrobatic.
Seen the prison was within him cause he's living a lie. A grab daily operation. Told him that man was not meant to be the Earth's population. These thoughts left him pacing. Now we suffer from brain disintegration. No thoughts and information. It started raining. Visibility low. This had no effect on my abilities though. To murder an MC is standard procedure. I look and see this guy follow the leader.
This is like some real B-boy stench. It's like I'm the illest nigga alive. This is like I am hip hop. Yeah.
To find the next nigga for Maven. That's when my instincts came in handy. This mega large nigga tried to brand me. I dodged a mega blast of energy. Then my mind aged a century. Futuristic data for a complex matter. His power left a crater. I could peep the equator. He smiled, I could see him through the earth's vapor. Looking up and down as we walked towards solid ground. What my jaw dropped and what I found. Classics by Tribe Called Quest. De La Soul. BDP, and Run DMC. When they be 3 feet. Criminal mind takes a nation of mill time to kill. Run DMC self-titled.
Then he encounters his fucking doppelganger.
My enemy was a genetic replica of me. Battling yourself is the biggest tool. It could leave your digits raw. A truly vicious type of war. So now I'm thrown off, taken back. In fact, I didn't know how to react. A lack of plan of attack, but he was in full effect. And next, he didn't infect my intellect with thoughts I couldn't accept. Images of my grandmother in that old folks' home became very vivid in my dome. This method is drastic, telepathic, damaging my mental fabric. Hellified horror havoc. Crippled, I can't stand it, I understand it. Yet my torture was expanded by thoughts that he commanded. Had a vision of my uncle sitting dying by himself. Meanwhile, he's breaking down my physical health. Body blows, several shots to the head, 98% of which were absorbed by my dreads. The other 2% I accepted, just so I could feel the heat again. Had a vision of defeating man. So now I'm back, strapped and intact, increasing my brain waves to maximum impact.
Yeah, Lift, man, Lift. Let me just, the chorus, like, Success is such a good song about a father who's like a workaholic, you know what I mean? Like, These are also songs that like help inform me on my approach to like living in this fucking dystopian capital as hell. Like this song is all about a dude who's like marries his wife, he loves his wife, he loves his kid, he's working, he thinks he's doing the right things for his family, but really he's neglecting his family for his job and shit. Eventually his wife leaves him and shit. It's like it's so ill. And then the chorus done by A$AP Rock is so just like fucking hold on.
Phone calls. Now
Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. Yeah.
From the bottom to the peak, I'm ready, focused, and determined to get back on my feet.
Daddy had a name tag that said busy working. Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. God had a new baseball glove with nobody to learn with. That's oil and water trying to mix on the same surface.
I got a job at the
That's oil and water trying to mix on the same surface. Incredible shit. All right, let's get 83 wildin'. Let's go to people know this is like a cult classic album. I think that, you know, like a lot of people at the time that were living in rock and hip hop, they'll remember this. Like, you know, Curly Castro and them, they remember this. Like everybody that was around at the time remembers this shit. Edan Primitive Plus kind of came on the scene, and a lot of us were just like, yo, this is weird, this is amazing, this is dope. And it was kind of like, you know, it's called Primitive Plus, but it kind of drives into the like kind of like the gimmicky kind of aspect of it, like joking about the gimmicky nature of like real hip hop. You know, Edan is like an all-in-one MC. He's like he writes, he scratches, and he produces his own beats. And so it was like really ill to have that, and also just a unique perspective on the shit. And I remember I got this, I think I want to say I got it for like my birthday or something. I think it was a gift from a homegirl that I said I wanted, and she had a computer and she ordered it for me or some shit. But absolutely amazing joint. Hold on, what was my joint? Fucking what is it? MC Smoke Crack.
TGI Fridays.
And also, all right, I'm gonna play two. I'm gonna play number one hit record. They're the back-to-back joints, but. Oh, also, this is the beat from that Ghetto Boys use. You know what I mean? The sample. He's also like a sample champ, like, you know, completely like of the cloth of the digger. You know, he probably knows fucking the samples to, you know, most of the old shit and all the breaks from the old shit. One of those cats that has like an encyclopedic knowledge of the kind of hip hop breaks and standards of breaks and shit. Like just yeah, I remember when Norma Tanega died. He's the one that broke the news to me. Like, not to me directly, but I saw his page and I was like, oh damn, like Norma Tanega died. It's like she's ill, but you know, people don't really know that art like that unless you're like a deep music head and like a digger and shit, you know. Let me go to the number one hit record, because this one is a little funny. This also has Lift on it, this album.
Silver surfer on a cerebellum. MCs rhyme at the zoo, and when the whack parrots tell them, I cut records in Morse code. I'm mentally retarded, but I choose my own wardrobe. Raw rap, suburbanite. I'm fucking with.
You know, of course, Edan did that joint a few years back with Homeboy Sandman, that's Super Fire 2, and that was after like him being out of the industry for a while, I think. He also did some joints with like Yoro Droog and shit like that. And it was good because Edan is a legend. It's like he's one of those people I feel is like he should be unassailable. When people discuss his art, it's like you might say that like you can't say he's whack. Like you just say like, oh, I don't really get it, or I don't fuck with it like that. But like, yo, the work he put in is like really, really strong, really, really dope cat.
I'm just having fun. This ain't the treacherous 3 herb. I saturate your face with the mega dumb reverb. I stay in.
What should I play next, y'all? I wish I had a group chat. Like I should do a live stream. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I should do a live stream. I'm not that dope, I guess.
My motherfucking socks smell. Yo, that shit ain't no joke, dude. I take off my shoes and motherfuckers start to choke food. The flyest on
Here, since we're doing
so is your girl.
White rappers and shit, let's do something that is often hated.
Both my fans, they're both Vietnam vets. They like to call up Asian restaurants and make bomb threats. I farted in the fishbowl.
And then I played pinball with Zev Love X.
Oh shit. Gotta do that. All right. MC Paul Barman, man. I didn't mean to play this joint, but MC Paul Barman, fucking Hallelujah. Something's fun. Something's tremendously fun. Produced by fucking. Hold on. Anarchist Bookstore. Yeah. Who was on that? You got bars about agitprop on this joint, but yeah. Anarchist Bookstore Part 1. If Noam Chomsky was from the Bronx.
Professors and skate punks rock SD Paul's ball of sound, and there's an anarchist bookstore. There's more than you look for. Core of local folks wait for late lift. There's often a great drift to the shop for the Wednesday night 5 to 8 shift, cause the clerk at work is the prettiest gal in town. She cries.
You know, Open Mike Eagle's a huge fan of Paul Barman. That's one of his OGs, his homies and shit. Like, I think a lot of people hate on Paul Barman because he's like unapologetically himself, and he just happens to be like a 4-element hip hop Jewish guy from New York and shit. Like,
ignoramuses. Oh boy, what a pain.
I loved how original he was and how unapologetic about his work he was.
Put a fire up above the water fountain. She carried clandestine $2 mescaline in her blue collar mess and plastered with stickers that said food not bombs, sex not prompts, and critical mass. That bastard voice talent snickered. Nice graphics, but that's just half-assed agitprop to piss off a traffic cop. Aw, shucks. Can it be I'm too lazy for potlucks? If not, my friends am I willing to cook for, and we're chilling the anarchist bookstore. Shit.
Yeah. She carried clandestine $2 mescaline in her blue-collared mess tin plastered with stickers that said food not bombs, sex not proms, critical mass. That bastard voice talent snickered. Nice graphics. That's just half-ass agitprop to piss off a traffic cop. He was dope, man. He was fucking dope, and it was funny. It was weird. It was strange, and he was like, yeah, man, fucking get on that. All right, let me see what I can go into that. It kind of is like tangential to that. I don't even fucking know from this year. Weird white dudes.
He said someone psychotic, someone took too much semiotics. Furthermore, he thought someone can tizzuck mitotic, but VT was the opposite of TV. He'd never accused.
Nah, let's go into like.
Because it's so freaking dumb to say the term arose on the Columbus Day quincentenary when the Republic was honest about the conquest and wouldn't party as they had previously promised.
All right, I'm gonna go into
Someone uses a non-offensive vocabulary.
one of our goats, my favorite lady face MC of all time, Jean Grey. Attack of the Attacking Things. I remember coming across this album, like I didn't know it came out. I was like in the record store. It might have been like Rasputin or I don't remember, but like I remember seeing the cover and being like, oh shit, Jean Grey. That's shorty from fucking like a Negro League Baseball or whatever and shit. You know, like oh that's fire. And then the album called Attack of the Attacking Things. Yes. She was so dope on this. She was like super like, I'm a woman and I'm doper than you and you guys are too worried about stupid shit. And, like, it was just great. Like, here, this is probably my favorite song on the album. And this song too, if you listen to the lyrics, like she get on some real like hip hop talk too, like the shit y'all like, the fucking y'all don't even like, y'all don't fuck with the unsigned hype in the Source magazine, y'all is whack for that, like a lot of shit like real hip hop does exist and y'all are just too stupid to be a part of it.
Reason y'all believe in deception and faithfulness. I'm making destiny and a fate twist, and when I stop coming around it's hatefulness. I paint bliss when you with me, have you crying you miss me, lying to your friends that you diss me. I'm your world, kiss me in the glow turn, sunrise with moonshine, ocean tide shift in just the blink of an eye. Game transcends time when I spend it with you. Spit out incredible bull, lives are exceptional. Think you my prime time whiz, but I care about you.
I realized that the last episode I didn't have any women on the episode, and it's like, to be honest with you, there was like very few that I was listening to back then because there was very few in the space. I thought like, of course we had our Bahamadeas and folks like that, Penny, and actually I could play Penny today too. Penny was dope. She came out on Plague Language. Penny was dope. Geneva B. There was like women in the hip hop scene, especially in the local scenes that I was in later in like 2003. But like, it's like to get, it was even like hard to get folks to listen to some ladies and shit. But she was too dope, undeniable. Like people talk about, Lauryn Hill and her worked with the Fugees in that one really good album, Miseducation. I love Lauren or whatever, but my favorite is like Jean Grey's catalog. She's just been super dope and so incredible the whole time. And I kind of felt vindicated when she came out with that joint with Quelle Chris, which is like, I told y'all. This is like, and of course I'm talking to myself, like arguing in the shower and shit, because nobody really was like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's like, nah, I'm not gonna check out Jean Grey. I just argue in the shower about it. But like, you know, I was just happy because she is so incredible as an artist. And I think she's done with rap now. You know, I don't be on the internet like that, so put it in the comments if you see it. But yeah, also hit the like, subscribe, and do all those type of things. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of effort, and I'm finding myself, it's very hard. It's very hard for me to stay motivated with some of this shit sometimes. And all the positive comments is always really good and always really great, and keep me a little bit motivated. I just got a message, I should say, we just got a message from Wakai on the channel. He was like, yo, I keep coming back to y'all's review. Thank you so much. And that's what we do it for. You know, we don't really do it for like to like massage the algo or anything like that. We just want to like put people onto, or at least I want to put people onto hip hop culture as I see it, you know, in the importance of it, in the radical tradition of it, and also the not so radical elements of it, but the elements that help create me and radicalize me and make me a better person and make me who I am today. So yeah, man, like, let's fucking keep it going. Let's do another one of my favorite MCs. Here we go. So this is Penny. I don't know much about Penny. I know her music, but this album is not online.
Just a character flaw to the program, hand cautious crosswalkers. But pencils do what nice as a pairing act. It's a line that separates sky from ground. And well formulators with a free time ritzy pass.
That sing-song double time poetic fucking bar styles, like, it was a thing, and she was so dope.
We float across each day and sometimes lose our cushion shoes. Backstepping the bedroom door for more disposable paper wheels. Bring it up to the back of the clock, do the daily answer stand, and disconnect.
I'm using a YouTube app right now, but I might have to break into my own files on the cloud. Like, I had this CD and I ripped it onto my computer, and I've been living with those ripped files that are probably like 128 kilobytes per second, like real shitty versions of albums that I've had for decades that are just not really all that readily available, or even sometimes on streaming services for a variety of reasons. Like, I'm pretty sure this album dropped on Plague Language, which is, you know, Noah 23, Barracuda 72. Actually, I could play them too, because this is a year where I was really like, Noah's really dope, and Barracuda, and also, you know, they were like still working with like the Hawaiian greats that I had loved when I was out there and shit. So, but listen, like, hold on, I'm gonna run it back just a little bit, because
we float across each day and sometimes lose our cushion shoes. Backstepping in the bedroom door for more disposable paper wheels. She walked to the sound of jangling wrong keys, in and out of each bus's entrance just before requesting a window by a cold. She designs her name into a glass cloud that starts highlight her good accomplishment for her anti-eye. And still she hasn't quite landed yet. Still waiting for the ground to pull her down. Heavy hands can't be blamed for concave doorknobs. It's the line that divides the cars at wars. I want the picture framed out, my memorizing the right lane. Rather interweave the spaces in between. Spaces in between. Waking up to the back of the clock, do the daily answer stance, and disconnect the cord before the morning codes the floor. We float across each day and sometimes lose our cushion shoes. Backstepping in the bedroom door for more disposable paper wheels. Waking up to the back of the clock, do the daily answer stance, and disconnect the cord before one in the morning codes the floor. We float across each day and
I'm not gonna lie, like back then I would be like so in love with any lady face who was like doing a hip hop. It's not a surprise I married a B-girl. Like, you know, I kind of find myself in those spaces. It's like, you know, you find ways to connect. And it's like, you know, when I started realizing that, like, when I first started dating my wife, like every single day was breaking, and I was just like, yo, what are you doing today? And she's like, oh, I gotta go fucking session. Oh, I'm gonna go practice. All right, like after you're done, hit me up. And like she would meet me and she'd be like sweaty from breaking. She'd be like, oh, you don't want to hug me and shit like that. And I was just like, yo, she cares. She's so knowledgeable about this culture. She's done so much, even like as a Japanese ambassador for breaking shit, like so knowledgeable about the culture, and it was just like that endeared me to her so much. And it was probably one of the first times in my life that like my wife is beautiful, but it was like usually I was kind of like on some pretty boy, like get like a really a baddie type that I don't have anything in common with other than the fact that she looks cute. It is like finally I was just like, all right, this is cool. But yeah, all right, so yeah, shout out to my wife, man. I hope she don't go to jail. But this joint right here is Quicksand by Noah 23. Also, he's a Canadian MC. This album came out in 2002. It's called Quicksand, and it was one of my favorite joints, and it was so unique to me. And also, like what he was rhyming about was very similar to like Orko Elohim and some of these cats who were on that new age spiritual Mayan cosmogenesis. Behold a pale horse type of, like, all those things were bouncing around in my head so much because I was just coming out of being a god body, but I was also like falling in a little bit into like the new Waboon, Dr. Malachi Z. York L, shape-shifting reptilians, people in the hollow earth, real conspiracy theory shit. It took me a while to come into other philosophical and kind of like my political tendency, but this was like double time sing-song styling of a Dada-esque type of approach where like you don't necessarily understand things and things don't necessarily make sense in a lot of ways, but just supreme styling. Like I used to just love how he approached things. And here, like some of it be like, since it is double timey, like this song is called Resistance, but the one I want to play for you all on this joint features one of my top 5 personal favorite MCs, Staple Mouth. Yeah, in fact, I could play the Proletariat shit because it came out this year, I think, too. But yeah, Staple Mouth is to this day like one of my favorites.
Check the jungleistic jibber-jaw at the drum and bass seminar with the troubadour. Keep the metaphor, less is more when you at the reservoir. Glass half empty, glass half full. Keep your eyes out for the crystal skulls. Rock the rhythm with thoughts intelligent. Kaufman aiming it on the west side. Triple the syllable with a titanium telescope. Medicine vehicle, then it's a pit. It's as simple as taking a chance on an animal bicycle. Delicate melting your element into a vacuous nebula. Gravity gripping up everything, better than spotting the obvious entity. Coagulate Caligula. Boiling point won't culminate. Sustain.
Yeah. I tripled the syllable with the D'Artagnan medicine telescope vehicle. That's just like D'Artagnan, the Three Musketeer. Like, I don't even know. But yeah, here goes Hourglass. Staple Mouth is too much. Staple Mouth has like a unique styler. Nobody can sound like Staple Mouth. Even with the sing song, like that variety of sing song styling, like so poetic too, Staple Mouth. And because of the style obfuscates, like Bus Driver, the style obfuscates the depth of the lyrics. But man, like I used to spend hours like just trying to like, what does he say? Let me try to write it down. But scuba gear in the new sphere. New sphere, that's NOO sphere. Like all these things were
doppelganger radar bench warmer. I leave y'all washed up like sand dollars. The rude boy begged to differ. Rutabaga, ether liquid serpent vega, heavy metal vegetable people made in America. Bacteria, omnipresent certified Aquarius, just approaching soon. Tell me, would you like a fork or
this beat is so ill too.
And the fuse react on my lungs with dung beetles.
But Staple Mouth's like, everyone's future is a magnifying glass used in an ice chest stand.
And make new fonts with the mighty mouse.
Here he goes.
Sauerkraut rock type of soundtrack.
Everyone's future is a magnifying glass used in an ice chest. Alice truly cut it is so fast. The body of attack has to the token of a second is blocked by the physical apparition of its upper burning candle. There's a fabric on the pages as a faded stick with instead of the OCD. The kids in the rest for the way fibers leaving are composed to desire within it. I kind of try to make a castle out of a tower. Box me nothing on a desktop unless the images of a thunder sponge. I conjure a lot with the liquid interest. Which leaks and buckets of the tap or dome. When it's posed to the punk of a adjacent to before the clip will forget. Observe the geometry. A lifespan is a segment to the line. Origin hiatus punctuation. Each palm apart the epochs. What they're called the speeds of seconds. As both fists clench is 12 digit appendages. Cigarettes on the fire.
6 fingers on each hand. Like the next step from the 23 from each parent. Yeah. That Anunnaki. Cigarettes are the fire before culminating in a gasping fossil. 9 months wasted on a lock of gray hair and winged eyelids. Hold on, can I play that one more time and just be happy about it?
next approaching soon. Tell me, would you like a fork or spoon with that? This cocoon is a lunar craft, and the fumes react on
What he said, to make a castle out of a tower, fucking hard.
breaks through the jukebox when we condense back from the vapor nuance and make new fonts with the mighty mousetrap hourglass to a sauerkraut rock type of soundtrack.
Everyone's future is a magnifying glass. Who's in an ice chest, challenge to the cut. It is so fast. The body of a tag has to the token of a second is blocked by the physical apparition of its of a burning candle. That the fabric on the pages as a faded stick with instead of the OCD flip hits it. The rest for the way fibers leaving a composed to desire within the dining kind and trying to make a castle out of a tower. Knocks me nothing on a desktop unless the images of a thunder sponge I contact in large with the liquid interest. Which leaks and bucket them they tap or dome. When it's cold to the punk of again adjacent to a bulldog never forget. Observe the geometry of lifespan is a segment to the line origin hiatus punctuation. Each palm upon the epochs but they're called the speeds of seconds.
Oh no. Oh no. What did I do again? See, I do not like using the YouTube thing. The only reason I have it is just so I can have like no ads. Here, hold on. Let me go play. All right. So what I was going to switch to was the Proletariats, Blue Collar Blues, which came out this year. And this is an example of an album that is like very common for me to get from independent artists who are not working out of a studio, like house studios. It sounds terrible, to be honest. And I'm actually just going to go to my files. And so it sounds muddy. It sounds terrible. But, you know, we used to put this on and rock with it and respect the art and respect the approach and hope that they would have more money to make it cleaner next time. And I think they did do like a remaster of the album, which I might actually have in my files somewhere. But this one also features, the Blue Collar Blues joint. Like Anticon had went to Hawaii. They did some tracks with them. Noah 23, they were collabing on tracks. There was a lot of cats who were doing Chesky of Fake 4 fame, but one of the greats, one of the all-time legends, was doing tracks with them back when he used to do the sing-song double time style too, before he kind of settled into this more folky approach that he does now. But Chesky was like, him and Staple Mouth used to be so fucking prime to me. And here, this one is called Head in the Dirt, right?
Thing I've ever done was being born in perfect conversation. Because they both I do the board on their rights of the mood. Daydreams of breaking lady atmosphere, watching her shadow coming so bleed upon my surface of me. Query if a friendship is behind every corner. Then the bucket in circles, fitted is faded over with imaginary matter of emptiness. Only unique reception deducts to solitary entertainment surrounded by music tied to black urges.
I actually, hold on. This is Staple again. My homie Frog, my high school homie who I'm still good friends with, Frog used to go to Windward College, and he was going to Windward College when Staple Mouth was there, and he'd hit me up and be like, yo, I just saw Staple Mouth walking through the fucking whatever, rapping to himself. How is he so dope? It is like he's just bombing by himself, just walking and bombing, and I'd be like, I wish I could see that, Yeah. It was so crazy, like, you gotta understand, like, people are like, oh, my favorite MC is Nas, but like at the time is like your favorite MC would be like A$AP Rock, and then you'd go to a show that was not that big, and then you'd be like, I guess you do that now too with like Open Mike Eagle and shit like that, right? But that was one of the really dope things about hip hop communities, because like one day you're just like smoking a fucking joint with Slug, or one day you're just like fucking like bumming a lighter off of A$AP Rock or some shit, like, and to have your favorites be in that proximity was a wonderful thing. I'll just be a Brian Wilson.
Tell me the meaning of life, or not gonna get out of this cold room. 2 years of erase something that's not gonna top of the person over there. Psychotherapist. In the morning, woke up in the morning. I think the apocalypse happened right outside my closed window. Book of Revelation, 7 angels, drunk and midget wrestling, talking to myself a little bit more, and my inner child. Hoping that the tears won't stay.
Chesky is so dope. Hold on, let's play this one, because this beat it's called Drowning Jesus Fish. It's called Drowning Jesus Fish, but the back and forth that Staple Mouth and Chesky do on this, like this double time, like.
That fork full of angel hair, noodles
are gonna help the Jesus fish swim off of the back of the bus. An angel wearing your shirt, image of the Virgin Mary. Oh, God,
Oh, I'm gonna play it like.
we believe in one God, the power, almighty maker of heaven and earth, of all that's seen and unseen. Money makes the world go round, spins the earth. Money stains the glass windows.
So of proletariats like Wembley, Small Fry, Johnny Tsunami, it's a bunch of cats.
Yo, God now. And I'll be looking inside of the box and see you all abandoned me, worshiping money. Home already.
Yeah, you guys should check out the work that the Extraordinary Rap podcast with Jonah the Mole. Check that out. He does work with Staple. Those are our homies. See, that sing-song double time styles like reminiscent of, Freestyle Fellowship, even Bone Thugs in Harmony in a way. Like, a lot of like Dose bombed on this type of style a lot. There was a lot of cats that were doing it, but Staple Mouth, the way he finds a pocket and finds a beat and creates these melodies is very different than like Rap God fucking double time, or Twisted like double time fast. Percussive rhyming, like it's almost like Thieves chorus. Wildly experimental too, like. To be apple hungry serpents. All right, so I want to highlight like Wembley on this shit.
Just as simple as it seems, tempered and
Hold on. Got to have something that I can show that is. Here we go. I think Wembley has an incredible verse on this.
To the workshop and the drawboard for the last time as apprentice.
Maze with a cut.
Rings, hijinks, steer the carriage to where its wheels to split spokes. With contents under pressure, the detours undress your fetid hopes. Half clothed, luck tucked its clovers beneath the soil patch. Pluck the remaining charms, presenting harm from the turmoil's laughing. I watch the black and white butterflies flutter by my lullabies. But covered sides with Krylon applied onto view, the colors lie. Animate the hands of fate, or they form a forceful fist. It breaks the mistakes and take to slit a porcelain kissed wrist. Sit cradled in the strangled sweat beads along my cap's brim. With the outlook of a lighthouse shining a map across the water's crunch. Now swim into the difference and make a mark inside each minute. Rock the standards, borders, and edge extensions in every engraved limit. It sways rituals to sermon. Keep your eyes open with me.
Oh, here's Staple. Wembley's afterwards, and that's like one of the best verses of all time. It's like really good, poetic, beautiful. Shit, double time. I mean, not like sing song.
Drawn at the strike of dawn. There's a world caught in a web of eating. I damn that with wisdom escape the bar vision of a silently beginning creative pool to whip with daydreams. Blood. Patience with the touch, every just shrinking. A spirals kept with purpose Saturday sake. The distance between me and the
I miss the diversity back then, man. The diversity of styles just seems like there's like what?
Another piece of the puzzle, providing an escape from beliefs in the form of a trapdoor, turning in private as a living loophole for an alternative to paradise. My God's better than your God. The only image that I know is the empty Homo sapien, compatible to that which is given in suppositories, virtual legality. Talk about, but take it like a vertebrae, fitted for a crucifix, living to believing as poverty's a felony, praying's only worth it in the closing seconds. So hide the fear behind the flames in your nightmare. Coveted confessions at the windows, laughing. It'll come around, just give it a lifetime. I'm getting sick and tired of the open-ended promises, abandoned to the matter. Then I've decided.
All right. I just miss the diversity back then. Let me play some Reaching Quiet. I'll be right back.
Exactly what? Exactly why? Exactly why what? What? Why? Why what exactly? Why is he mad? I don't know.
Mongo! Santa Maria! I'll believe it. And any one of you friends and neighbors kind of gather around and holy shit!
A little boy throws his pacifier into the ocean as if he'll never cry for a fishing rod. The fat woman with the rainbow umbrella hat tries at you from under her.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I missed the diversity back then. I mean, you hear this, right? Like, this is why. Like, a little boy throws to the ocean as if he'll never cry for a fishing rod, I think is what he says. But yeah, it's like it feels like, you know, nowadays we do have a lot of stylers and a lot of stuff, but it feels like there was a little bit something different going on back then, where the differences in styles were a little bit more pronounced. Like, you listen to, say for example, like 10K, right? Like, Mike has a style that's very pronounced, like Aston's heavy. It's similar in a lot of ways to Earl. It's similar to Sideshow in a lot of ways, and Deontay does his own thing and differently and stuff like that. But like, I just kind of like the experimentations were just a little different. Like, I'm gonna play some more Reaching Quiet. I actually got to go into my files here because apparently they're not online like that. So Reaching Quiet was Y and Odd Nosdom, and yeah, let's like, hold on, let's play something like oh yeah, let's play Split Screen. All right. And you know, people would be like, oh, is this really hip hop? He's doing like something. It's like, is it hip hop? It's like, yeah, you know, it's like sample based music, and he's writing bars, and it's like performing them with the sing song styles. Like, it gets towards like, well, can this be considered hip hop? And it's like, well, he calls it hip hop. It's in the hip hop section of the store, and I'm perfectly fine being like, yo, this is a hip hop. He would sing. Hold on. I want to play a one that's a little bit more rappy. Here we go.
Sometimes I marvel at how symmetrical this airplane is. Or subversively unbalanced like a nose ring or company logos on the bottom right corner of your television screen. I've been conditioned to believe that human beings have been conditioned to believe there's beauty in symmetry. So what about the guy who cleans the airplane? Now what kind of a character sketch is that?
Let's keep going for the weird.
Of a workman's weekday clothes rack. What if we were to give him a German accent, one eye and a dolly mustache? You'd immediately think, oh, right, he must be unscrewing the propellers, banana peel in the gas. But let it be known, the guy with the molester van and the doggy sunglasses might be Jesus or your mother.
Okay. See, some of this shit, I've just got to find it on my own phone, I guess. All right, here we go. This came out this year too. This is Circus and Friends, Gangsters for God. Peep this beat. It's fucking crazy.
You're all a bunch of Nazis, only you don't dress as sharp. Not near as sharp, man. You boys drive through once, and all you want to do is catch one of us along so you
I
can...
want to run that back because I love that intro.
My name is Mondo Mabamba. I'm the president of the Black Widow Party, and I'm here to tell you hunkies where you can put all that bull about democracy. You're all a bunch of Nazis, only you don't dress as sharp. Not near as sharp, man. You boys drive through once, and all you want to do is catch one of us along so you can work us over or blow our heads off. You tell us about that, Mr. Charlie, and tell us good, because I've been there. I've been there.
Let me insert some excerpts from my knowledge into the example of my expertise. The word
I know people listen to it and be like, yo, this is the worst rapping I ever heard. This is the wackest rapping I ever heard. But like, Cats was just trying shit. This beat is so insane though.
But I got a SP 1200 now, and here I come like a hound, a brown cow, cause they be roaming all in the land on the prairie, and I can't stand it. Racism, I don't know, but I'll be like
I have like 25 other albums I want to talk about. This is fucked up.
but I expect to soon, goddamn, but I'm like a monsoon, a wave as I flow, and you know that I grow Cosmo. That's my name, if you don't like it, I go insane, I said that before, but I don't care, goddamn, here I go, and the hair is growing, cause I be like living, but when I'm dead, I'll be like
giving it up.
That's all there is, and that's that, period, end of story, and that's the song, cause it gets gory.
My church is the character that goes to the show. Got to call you on burning hills. Putting people forgot at the money is huge. My language where I shoot up. But the Nazis and paparazzi. This is my hyperbole. Reality, where's my fantasy world? The funky fairy tale horror story begins with a night dress. Compressed metal. Hercules versus the Hydra. While we fight among each other. Is this all the enemy?
All right, let's get weirder. Here we go. Global Flotations. Artist Committee, I think it was the full name, but Global Flotations. This was Thavius back when he was Ad-Lib. This is Orko Elohim, San Diego's Greatest. It was also who was it? Zagu Brown.
The heavens beat from the pain, comes rain and thunder, infuriating the earth, stone and dirt crumbles, engulfed by the flame from the core's infernal.
This beat is hard. Thavius is incredible. Like, if y'all don't know Thavius Beck, get down. He was Ad-Lib for a while. He's got some joints. He's got like a track with Cedric Zavala from the Mars Volta that's so incredibly ill. Like, yeah. Lab waste shit with subtitle.
Foundations witness the strength of an unseen being, changing currents, concurrent with events through time, present, past, future. I'm now enraged. I raise the wind gauge and howl, evaporate liquids, condense storm clouds, tornadoes rotate like my follicle spiral, blow shit down, add fuel to the pyro, fell through the speaker during excessive sound, surround your existence every instant you breathe.
That beat is crazy.
Yeah, you walk on me, then talk about me, do your damage even though you know you need me. Uproot trees, but don't plant seeds. Everybody's greedy when they get hungry. At this rate, there'll be nothing to eat but me. Is that why everybody got beef? Take a breath, go ahead, breathe deep. The elevator don't reach the top story. Your story through all my building. I ain't never built a building. Soon I'll be resourceless, then you'll be remorsing. Words from earth, Zachary Brown reporting amidst the distortion. The tweet from the pain comes rain and thunder, infuriating the earth, stone and dirt crumbles, engulfed by the flame from the core's infernal. Water washes away.
A lot of the shit that I was into sounded like this a lot. Like, I get a CD from the homies, it sounded like this. I was just talking to I went out the other night. It was the God I Kill invited me out, and it turned out it was like we was kicking it with the fucking creative head of fucking Ralph Lauren, the one that doesn't design the clothes but designs like the fucking art exhibits and the way they fucking put their shit out. Really great Japanese dude with he's got a white wife and a family out here, and he's super kind, super nice, and their house is incredible. But we were kicking it with him and shit, and it's like one of his homies that was there was in town from Berlin, and the homie from Berlin was like he did beat shows and shit out there. I think it was called like Sample Science or something like that. Shout out to them. And we were talking about we were talking about like some underground independent shit that it was just like nobody knew about, and I was like so happy to be like, yo, fucking, Dalek, you know this and that, and it was like, yeah, he's like, yo, I lived in San Jose for a couple years, and he was like, yo, do you know Chaotic Souls? I was like, yo, I met the dude from Chaotic Souls in the mall one day because he saw me, and he was like, yo, are you a b-boy? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yo, you listen to underground? I was like, yeah. And so like fucking we just connected. Like, there used to be a certain outfit that you wore, and there's like a certain look to like the real 4-element hip hop guys, and fucking like, yeah, man, hip hop is so ill. But here goes Dalek, man. If you guys don't know Dalek, I think it's pronounced Dalek. And they still put out stuff. They just put out something this year, but and this is when I first got into them in 2002. The Filthy Tongues of Gods and Griots. Very strange and interesting stuff. And the cover was hard too. It was just like, yeah.
Who you pray to, my God? The black God. Who you pray to, my God? The brown God. Who you pray to, my God? The white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who less than God. Who you pray to, my God? The black God. Who you pray to, my God? The brown God. Who you pray to, my God? The white God. Your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who less than God. Skin like Jesus, sick of bullshit preachers, concerned with the aborted fetus, don't give a fuck who feeds us. Speech so tedious, and Abraham readers, while they still have the Louis. Slaves since days of Julius Caesar. Mans need to dominate, overshadows need to breathe. Pray to your pagan gods. While you
it's fucking amazing. I haven't heard this in a while.
Your blind faith passed to your seeds. Kill the garden type weeds, turn around and blame it on
I gotta play some fucking more underground stuff. Like, I feel like people know Dalek. Hold on. Let me see if I can find
the black God, who you pray to, my God, the brown God, who you pray to, my God, the white God, your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who doesn't know who you pray to, my God, the black God, who you pray to, my God, the brown God, who you pray to, my God, the white God, your reaction's kinda odd for a kid who doesn't know.
It's amazing how much stuff is not on Spotify. I guess I gotta go to my files for this shit.
Lost no lead streets. Blessed are the meek who reek in honesty. True green line botany. They hawking me for high top of food chain. Decided who to blame.
Next time I'll create a playlist. My bad, y'all. Like, it's taking a long. Like, yeah. I wouldn't even plan on recording tonight. I was just like, let me do it because I didn't record at all last weekend and shit like this. All right, here goes a classic album that that was fucking, at least in Cali, it was, or at least like in my circle, it was huge. Janalik and Memphis Reigns, Scorpion Circles, cult classic.
Killings able to stereo, revealing a metaphysical miracle. Walking water like the Holy Father.
It was like super duper dope hip hop shit. Like everybody I knew had a tape of this, or the CD of this, or a dub of this, or CDR of this type of shit. Like, and Memphis Reigns be out here sometimes. He's good friends with my homie DJ Tag. Shout out to Tag. We were just together, me, him, and Akil the other day, and they've been doing music together. Him and DJ Tag. Tag also raps. Tag is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and used to rap a lot more. Now we call him DJ Tag because that's his. You know, he does a show out here, and he's been DJing a lot more in his older age because he's old like me, but he's to open up for everybody in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's my man. So this is my good homie. But yeah, it's dope. Memphis is still out here, like, just like, fuck it, let's rap, and they make songs together when he comes to visit. Last time he was here, I was like, yo, let me know when Memphis gets out here, because I want to meet him. You know, that's like a hero. Like, I have been listening to the guy for like 25 years, basically, almost. You know what I mean? And he was just like, yeah, I'll let you know. And then we just didn't get to it. He didn't hit me up. I'm a little mad. Hold on. That I love that. I love how he starts this verse.
You are in my power. What is thy bidding?
Hey yo, quick pro doctor, you ought not drop a fishing line into the depths of this line. Might just find your hook tangled. No angle for escape when the sharp dome plate starts to shake. 10 quake on the Richter. Mr. G, that's
yeah, man.
The hand blisters rip through the pain as the red pumps.
This is. I'm actually gonna run this up all day tomorrow because this album has so many fucking jams on it. It's like, it's really good. It's a really good fucking album. Another one, Anarchist Cookbook. Y'all wonder why I was an anarchist for so long. It was a tough time. It took me a long time to get a Marx. I was an anarchist for a long time, y'all.
Governments possess no knowledge of this identity. Operation Power Cancer under investigation for the distribution of treasonous propaganda. Binary alias Steel Panther. 7
We all know about that shit. God damn it. Woo, that's fucking amazing. I know what I'm gonna go to next. This shit better be on streaming. This is one of my favorite MCs of all time, y'all. This is one of my favorite artists of all time. This album, actually, I mean, we've got Temporary Forever that year, Fantastic Damage. We got them. We've got Rubber Duck Project. What else came out? Like, we've got this, The Fifth Son. Yeah, it's a tough year for me to rank my favorites. We've got Man's Best Friend 1. We've got Many Faces of Oliver. The Idea joint. I Phantom. Like Blazing Arrow, Personal Journals. But this album by Off-White of Galapagos 4 fame, who I was talking about a lot last recording I did, and shout out to Sketch 185 hit me up, was like, yo, thank you for talking about a lot of those Galapagos cats. Like, he grew with them, he learned how to rap with them, and he was in the building with them and in the studio with them, and they're really his OGs, and he has such a tremendous appreciation for them. And it was really dope because Sketch is one of our greatest artists around right now. So putting it down, he was like, yo, Quell just putting out an album, is coming out, you should reach out to him, I think he'd really like what you had to say and would talk to you. And I was like, I don't do the interviews, but like, I appreciated Sketch just like seeing his OGs get love, because Galapagos 4 don't never ever get enough love. They're like fifth platoon in turntablism. Like, we had the Invincible Scratch Pickles, we had the Executioners, and fifth platoon was like third, and we had fucking Rhyme Sayers, Anticon, and Def Jux, and then nobody talks about the greatness of fucking Galapagos 4, even though Galapagos 4 had like 3 years where all of the shit that they was putting out easily on the same level of the shit as everybody else was putting out. And like, yo, like, this album, The Fifth Son by Off-White, is one of my favorites. So some of the songs I don't like to go back to listen to, I get nostalgic because, like, I going through breakups with my girl Lonnie and shit like that, Eva Lonnie. We was together for like 8 years, but like Reincarnated Gonads, like the Get a Hole with Quasar, fucking Masonry with Quell, like so many of these joints. And then like he just like, hold on man. Beta, like, I'm gonna play a couple off this actually. Like, this beat on Reincarnated Gonads is like such a beautiful joint. Alpha Beta, the beat switch and this like fucking reverse drums is so hard. And then the flow on Compliments and Novelties, like, it's just like a rhyme writer to think about, like the flow that he bombs on that is like so clean. And then speaking of about fucking Return of the B-Boy battling yourself and shit, he got a whole joint on this joint where it's like Off-White versus Bubba the Blue-Footed Booby, where he battles himself too. But there was a lot of that. But there's a lot of joints on this. Like, the production is so fucking ill. The fucking raps are good. It's like, this is the type of shit that I like. You could put this on at the function, in the background while everybody's doing the barbecue, and nobody complains about it, because it's like good beats, great raps, great beats, fucking, like, even I like my nephew K-Rock, who y'all know is like gangster type. He loves Compliments and Novelties. He's like, this is the illest nigga out. And also at the time too, y'all know I'm Filipino, nigga Pino, black and Filipino and shit like that. He was like the only Filipino MC that I really knew like that, and it's like I was just like impressed. But like, this beat is so great. Hold on, I'm gonna just go to Beta. Alpha Beta, tell the camera I'ma catch you later. Alpha Beta, I've been shaving like 4 days. Y'all can see it coming up. A little rusty here, a little rustic, but hold on.
Like whirly gig campaigns with dirty pigs. I've got my strip of sizzling, the temper limit karma before it blows. Empty presupposition to crack the Bible code. Rock from here to curtain.
I think I read an interview where Off-White was like, yo, my favorite MC is this is back in the day. I don't know what he thinks. Back in the day, he was like, yo, my favorite MC is AC Alone. Sorry for that cutout. I don't know what happened there. This broke.
We done set out to eat the wheat. Symphony, sophistication, conduct from the ground up. Big baddest baby vaders chill on easy street now. Open them eyes to see the.
Where's that beat switch? Here we go. Let's go to it. I was telling Unsung, put this on. Play this album.
Man, what you know about this earth? My birthright's worth generations of work. We copped and decentral industrialized the turf. Plots to the minds is dirt. Apparitions at best. Them hokey pokey superstitions don't lay shit to rest. And I'm so uninterested in hearing about the struggle for common good. Burn you like sandalwood, backyard hemp and Bible papers. Head of mysterious papers galore. Summer house by the shore. Winter bobsledding with powder and dirty horse. Municipal metaphors, the slickest way to run the city. Many things manifest themselves this way. Even better when you know you're an A. Aardvark listing for the christening, masses of gammas listening, essence of ego blistering, punch like North Star, fist swings round like Saturn rings and debris. You don't believe me? Check the bloodline decree. Cleanliness is next to sunshine. Wild bumble, fuck your lifetime away. Stuck in a humble system of elemental decay. Postmodern president, cosmopolitan, binded, undermined. Seek the truth and you will find it makes you want to wallow. I'm from a land where expensive is motto, analogous to the superfluous shape of a risque perfume bottle. But can you rock it like this?
Man, listen, hold on. Even the beats is just like.
Hey yo, this goes out to my shy rock people, artistic one rock.
Yeah.
This is Vision Village, Literary Explosion, Am 13, Erica Thornton, Posey, Yoda, Barfly.
Album is incredible.
Definition of a fulcrum. Fixed point on which your lever moves. That moment when you let your boogie groove. First generation dub of a tape. I'm second generation in foreign estate. 0.03% meant to integrate. So many barriers left to obliterate. I ride the wings of change like parachutes.
Yo, this is undoubtedly, you know, I've been listening to music my whole life. Like, even if it's not hip hop, even if it's like all albums, this is probably one of my top 50 favorite albums of all time. I love this album. Like, I mean, I'm talking including all genres. It has to be there. This is just, I love the Fifth Son. It was also like like I was talking about earlier about like the Fifth Son, you know what I mean? That's the he even has a song on here called fucking the Zolkin, which was like part of the Mayan calendar. Like, we was big on that back then, but like, good God, this album is so ill. That beat is like, yo, like, if you're a rapper, you could just freestyle to this beat for fucking an hour. Like, it's so good. But peep out compliments and novelties. This is my joint right here. His flow on this is just. People used to say his shit was like, I remember talking to Cass, like, I tried to put him on and be like, oh, why you sound like that? Like, why isn't he tough enough? Like, you ain't tough. Like, I remember like I had a bunch of gangster homies and shit. It's like, oh, come on, nigga, you like, I'll beat you up. Like, I'm weird. Like, what's your problem here?
For relief, when the fuck the relates to what? And the mix of cheeseburgers, oh my god. That you have to satirize, you can analyze the cut. It tastes better. Warm like a wraparound verse of a sweater. Like a fat to the balls like bells, singing yeah, you jiggling.
Maybe it's that you know what I mean? But like.
You know, but I stick embarrassing like cutting the mustard. In the company and ministry, running circles round about, thinking symmetry. Often easy to off number 8 till I see Disney and settle easy. Reason like an unintended window. Sitting in limbo, driving to delirium. Living on display like aquarium. Drug smoking on the moderation, keep me high in the helium. Headed destructive of flow, couldn't duck the proof in a quote. Couldn't begin to match a logical road. You must take heed to this. Try and fight that one instinct to this. If you line, either hit, heat, seek, or miss. It's on you. It's on who? It's on you and me currently. Circulates a currency in the street. Thought I meant to play some common courtesy in a beat. Not a hater, way to rap for a seat, more like a banker. Anchoring for a saying. Today's mix up meticulous, rhyme meticulous. And in which meridian points ticklish. Girl, trust your G with me. Keep it going like a blindside referee. Super definitely flashes telepathy and dimples. Set a tight smile, signaling sun ripples. It'll be a tie to design the AutoCAD. Wanna tell a flirty head a dirty girl about the lowest thing I've ever had. Put my face in the shoulder pad. Soft spoken polite, by the car. Put a twinkle in my eye when I'm signing off.
Also, it's like, none of that sounds punched in, you know what I mean? Like, that's a part of the breath control. That's a part of the excellence. That's a part of the wonderment. That's wonderment. You know what I mean? I'm drinking. I'm having a good time over here. But that's a part of, like, it's just like levels, like, you know, like we was comparing it to everything. And it's just like, this is so different and so precise and so much meeting all the criterias of what it meant to be dope in hip hop. But it also was obfuscated. It was also like a bit away from some of the things that some of us felt like were negative impacts. And I don't want to be a respectability politics type of person, but there was a particular reason while I was into this music and opposed to some of the other things in the mainstream culture, because I noticed that some of those things in mainstream culture were violent, banal, just nasty and lifeless in a lot of ways. And it's like, you go back and you watch a movie like DMX with Jet Li and shit, and you listen to the music, it's like, yo, what is this? Like, even like, yo, it's like, it rings hollow, it rings disgusting, and this shit was just around and present and wonderful and so much antithetical, or it wasn't even that it was trying to be like highlight the contradict, like some of it was. That Jean Grey album, definitely she was highlighting some of the contradictions, but this was just like, we are super dope, this is what hip-hop can be, this is what hip-hop is, and this is something that, like, get with it, like, figure it out, like we, like, it's something else too, like hip-hop is something else too. And I've always I've always tried to champion that. And here's another album from Galapagos 4 by Quell. I know I talked about Quell last time. This is his sophomore album, I suppose. Like, I love this album. This is also a very good album. There was a little bit of controversy about this album too, and like I said earlier, I'm not a historian, and one of the things that Sketch pointed out to me is like, yo, like, you mentioned something in the video, it's like, nah, they cool, it's fine. It was like, and again, like, I just want to make it clear that, like, the projection that I'm having into this and the history of it is based upon conversations I was having with people, like, not reality, not material world, not what was really happening. Like, I heard that this album, the Rubber Ducky Experiment, had a lot of things about it, especially the liner notes were like talking about like an Aesop Rock who came out with Labor Days, and it's like hermaphroditic fucking word salad-y type of, like, I wish I had the shit with me right now to read it, but like there was people who were saying that Quell, rightfully so, was looking at the landscape, seeing other artists and being like, fuck that. And I rock with it, even though there's like two of my favorite artists and shit. I rock with it. But one thing that was undeniable to me is that Quell was one of the best at doing everything. The braggadocio, the abstract, the storytelling, the clear, concise, fucking creative writer styles, and also pushing the genre forward with different types of beats and approaches while still maintaining all the ethics of the 4-element culture and being a graph writer. Like, Quell was unassailable to me. Hold on, man. Dan Rather. This is just so hard.
Return to reality, then gravity drops a bad heart.
And like, this is the album where, like, Nostradamus could have heard and realized that he was, because Quell jumps into the next few albums, like with Maker and shit. He becomes super like syllable rhymes, like internal syllable rhymes, and he was one of the illest to do it in a very specific type of way. But this is the one where it's like, oh, I should have seen that coming, because on this album he's like, it's like Rubik's Cubes rhymes, you know what I mean? Like, the colors match up, and even though you don't, like, it was very, very crazy. I highly recommend it.
Bird eye view, find a computer to the tune of his purse with the tadpole pool polluted, but best who's suited for salary. Then gravity drop, nervous twitch, crack splatter, new music of new news for cattle feed. Cuckoo choo chimes, the grandfather gallery, half calorie craft merchant. Please return to reality, it's mad urgent.
What is that?
Blah blah commercial.
Blah blah commercial. Blah blah the end. And he has a song on here where he's like doing a singing thing, and this is like a song I would never be like, hey, I would never like put it on like, yo, give me the aux, let me put you on to Walking the Plankton. But I know all the lyrics to this song because I'm a person that also tends to enjoy somebody singing that doesn't have a conventional singing voice, and this song is just like so fun for me. If they had this on karaoke, this would be my karaoke jam that I did all the time out here in Tokyo. And he was so poetic, man. Like, Quell was just so fucking brilliant, man. Like, You got to realize also at the times, like Quella's he's a white rapper and shit, and in the champion of white rappers back then, like we've always had more than one that was like trying to capture the market and black people's attention and shit like that too. But like 2002, that might be no. Yes, 2002 might be 8 Mile. You know what I mean? And so like, as an underground hip hop head, you're trying to like figure out your position and how you feel about what Eminem does. Is it like a gimmicky kind of funny, explosive pop cultural personality that takes to task pop cultural shit, but also the beats is like Dre beat, like, you know, like you had a different type of way about it, especially if you're a person that knew about Eminem like in other things he was doing around the time within the underground, like the Sway Tech this or that joint with DJ Revolution, Sound Bombing 3 I think also maybe comes out, you know, like no, Sound Bombing 3, no, Sound Bombing 2, no, am I tripping? Hold on. No, Sound Bombing 3 has the Eminem joint on it because it has Patriotism and it has Any Man. It's like those were some of the joints where like we were like, okay, we listened to the Outsiders and we'd be like, okay, his joints with the Outsiders are fucking fire, but the music that he makes for everybody else that everybody's giving him props for is kind of weak. We were getting the MP3s of like, you know, radio shows, wake up shows like this, not Stretching By, I don't think it was, but you don't understand what I'm saying. So like, in contrast, there were white MCs who were also a part of the culture, who were also generating styles, and were also like so dope that it was like, why, or like, you know, if Eminem is like getting this praise for that, like why isn't other cats? Because like we was like, why, you know, like he's not the dopest rapper. Like we already were hearing about how like he was spitting written on the battles that he got, like that were a credit to him. Go and listen. I bet you, like, hold on, I know I've heard a Dose One interview where he talks about battling and meeting Eminem, and then Eminem gives him the fucking CD, and on the CD, the demo CD, the lyrics that he's battle rapping is he's doing that on the CD, and that was like a faux pas, and that was like not something that was right. And Quell was on his ethics. Quell was on that real hip hop ethics. He's a graffiti writer, so you know what I mean. You can't be no fucking sucker like that. Like he's flipping names. He's doing like Quell was. Man, I feel like Quell is one of the important and most amazing artists that we've had in hip hop that just doesn't get his flowers in the right way. Like Quell is just really, I don't know if he's like, I don't know what it was, but Quell to me, I have so much praise for this cat. After I play this one, after I play a little bit of this, just so I could get to the part where I figured your riddles, you snakes, you say syllable. Like once I get to that part, I'm gonna put on the story track, and the story track that he writes is like, it's like a parable, it's like a fable, it's like something. It's like, you know, they say that you like. They say that like children's stories, like if you really understand something, you could explain it to children. You know what I mean? Like in the story that he writes about, I think it's it's a salmon, a sparrow, and a goat trying to get to the top of a mountain, and it's just like, dude, did you steal that? Like even if you knew the story and you just rewrap it, like the story is so perfect. And I've never heard that story before. It's like the scorpion and the frog fable, you know, like you hear that. But Quell has a song on this that is, you could turn it into a children's book. And you could write in graffiti, and it would be a hip-hop children's book. And it would be one of the greatest things that you would share with your child to teach them that everybody has a different path, and knowledge is different, and your experience is different. Like, he was brilliant, man. Don't fucking... If anybody in the chat has something negative to say about Quell, keep it to yourself, because don't bring it here to me. Don't bring it here. I don't want to be like, I don't want to hear like, one time I sold Quell a 20-pack and like, you know, 20 sack and he punched me in the face. That's funny to me. Like, if it's something like that, okay. But like, you know, I mean, don't try to make it seem like Quell's whack. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about your Twitter parasocial shit. Like, I just don't need that. Let me go. Let me go. The joint he got is called Fable Salt. I missed the riddles because I was ranting. Again, hold on. Fable Salt. Just listen to this. I'm just gonna let it play. Today I'm going over an hour and a half. I'm gonna play more shit. I'm happy. I'm excited now. My energy's up. Listen to this, the whole story.
No problem, said the salmon. Let's swim up this mountain, cause my schoolmates are all fish and in no danger of drowning. But fuck that mountain goat dope that chose his own route. The mountain goat sang I don't swim well. Well, my road is the ground. See, now that sounds just like a challenge to raise, sang out a sparrow. I'm game, guys, but I call the gray skies my short and narrow. You hear those storms approaching quick, it's the warm water ripples. Little Billy goat on your mark, start. The Billy goat broke, the fish split, the sparrow barreled. A semi-close start, but not for long, sang the salmon. Examining the prize from the stream, he swam in. Deep point advantage, then the land candidate ran by. God knows his stamina could stand against the Kermit slamming him into the cameraman. Stand by Billy Goat, the pan wide. Eyes scanning the sky's edge, vague blurs dimmed adrenaline. Can hardly gauge the distance with shit ramps ahead of him. The bird is first to the top, but just stops to rest a minute. Spots a chubby puff of smoke, neck to neck with a vague image, skimming triangle instead of focusing on the stretch ahead. Cursing the salmon faster underwater, the fish is next to rest. Billy's last to the vertex, but learns the lesson first. He began to alert all the brethren to the messages he heard. He sang, no matter which path, I still adapt to my craft. Dodging falling rocks and splashing whirlpools, some even flew in the rain. Go head to toe with the road and throw the past to your back. Like there's many paths to the top, but still the view is the same. No matter which path, I still adapt to my craft. Dodging falling rocks and splashing whirlpools, some even flew in the rain. Go head to toe with the road and throw the past to your back. Like there's many paths to the top, but still the view is the same. It's still the same. Looks good from my house.
Yeah, man. I mean, incredible. Incredible work. All right, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but you guys heard that. Y'all heard that. Y'all know that. Y'all feel that. There was a lot of stuff going on. Like, hold on. What do y'all want to hear? Should I go? I'm looking to the list. I've got so many artists. I just don't really know which direction I want to move to right now. I kind of feel like, hold on. Let me see if I can do a little bit of this, because this is another battle rapper MC who was pretty well known, I thought, back then. He wasn't ever really one of my favorites, but he was fucking dope, especially off the freestyle. Hold on. How many of y'all know ADM?
There's so much that you don't understand.
He used to be in a crew with Adverse, MF Shalim, Sweet Talking Your Brain. There was a lot of white rappers back then too. Shit, I played a lot of white rappers. Maybe I have to play Dark Leaf after this. This is my bad. Now, like, one of the things, a lot of times I feel like when I talk to people, it's like that joke that Dave Chappelle says, right? Like the one where he's talking about Kramer and Kramer dropping the N-bomb at the Comedy Store, and it was like, yo, it was at that moment where I felt like, damn, maybe I'm more of a comedian than I am black. Maybe I'm more hip hop than I am black, because like for me, it's like there was always space for anybody in hip hop culture, that as long as they were like dope in hip hop culture, you know. Shout out to this joint. This joint is produced by DJ Mayonnaise. He's in our Discord. Shout out to the great DJ Mayonnaise, Anticon fame. Like, now, ADM used to be dope, and he was a great battler. Oh, here's one. Let me do this one, because this one is produced by Maker, who was also with Galapagos 4. Maker is also the one that does the fucking theme music for Abbott Elementary.
That I die for the chance to live again, spreading my wings as they brush on trees, floating on the wind. Makes no sense that I would lose it all again with honest belonging. Holding it so tight because
Oh, I missed something actually.
all the serious moments disguised as the same old agenda. It takes that special look to find the one hidden with.
I should have kept it there. Hold on, I've got to go back to Galapagos. Denizen Kane.
Here we go.
Quasar is so ill on this. Typical cats.
Listen, in fact, allow for me to break it down.
You feel the impact, still intact, rap, accelerating sound. Quasar has one of my favorite voices in hip hop. Quasar is so fucking ill, man. Like, I love Quasar. Bad Sauce. Hold your pyramids. Scripts. We literally kill that shit. In this shit.
Catastrophic catalog of maliciousness that's limitless. QWE better take this serious. Emerge from underneath.
I'm not a person that remembers lyrics well. I'm surprised that like this one's coming back to me, but like that's how much I love pyramids. Period. There was a dead man, and the son of man.
Yo, don't you ever mistake my style for like a bar, cause I keep my shit together while I'm ripping yours apart. Looking in the alley, when's this shit start? And I'm on my territory and I leave my calling call. Don't you ever mistake my style for like a bar, cause I keep my shit together while I'm
I think it's Quell next.
looking in the alley, when's this shit start? And I'm on my
I feel like I remember this verse too.
Tired of these chuckling knuckleheads, why get out? Hustling, cause if it's us and them struggling, iron spout, shrouded stress points, anointed with the cess joints to drown it. Destined to the sentence of endless ascending mountains, surrounded with this brown shit pumped in public housing wishes. The fish is friends, the worm, he heard it sounds the sickest. Mounds of dishes tipping over sober, no job. Quick hit this bomb cloud, division shit, no job. A whole lot of red tape inside of CDs to hide the meaningless acting high in the booth, trying to prove his craft the cheesiest.
That's hard. A whole lot of red tape inside a CD to hide the meaningless.
Even if you read it as genius, heated in triplicate, 3D thinking like typical, easy lifted as images. The rhythm beats the fetus, let the winner beat the infant sensible. Heaven's full of heathen haters, let him see this shit. I'm dreaming it, living it, and trying to give thanks. Instead, he's busy chasing paper flakes for lining his cage.
This is only my second favorite joint on this album. My favorite joint on this album, you know, Denizen, shout out to Denizen for representing for all our Korean American folks and shit. Because it was so dope. But the Micah joint by Denizen on this, Micah 6'8", is great. This is like beautiful. And also, this is like one of the refrains and one of the joints that they used on the Typical Cats joint. But this is kind of like a reprisal. And it's just like Denizen just like, he brings so much soul and like something about like as I hear it, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
These are the words and herbs that hurt and all absurd. I'm only human, vision blurred, barely scratched, so I ain't scared. Listen, her gave it all away, and love's the only thing that stayed. No letting your will to live and wrestle with the grave. I'll fly away.
Bet you this shit was fucking fire live if people knew the song. Imagine getting a room full of people with this energy. Man, hip hop is so fucking ill. You know, with jazz, like, you know, there's dance and shit. There's not that much dancing going on in jazz clubs anymore. Now we celebrate the intricacies of the art and the sounds of the art, but like, hip hop is like the MC's role is to tie together the community that's there to hear, you know, this type of gospel, to hear that. It's really beautiful shit. I'm not even religious, but I mean, like, I have a religious experiment with community. It's like you got to realize the difference between the fact that the rain dance, whether or not it brings rain or whether or not it ties together the community. purpose of the rain dance is for both, but the fact that it ties the community together. Yeah, because of material conditions, man, it ain't always gonna go your way. But if you get the community together, kill the niggas still in the water. Fucking amazing. Should I keep going? What time is it? 39. I'm gonna go for 2 hours. I'm gonna go for 2 hours today. Let me play some weird shit for y'all if I can. What y'all know about this shit? Hold on. I'm gonna just chill for a second. Feel me? If anybody knows this, leave it in the comments. I'm not gonna put this one on. I'm not gonna title this one. If you know this, I'll leave some hints. When I was 6'2" was out here. 6'2" lives out here now. I haven't kicked it with him in like a year or two though. Like a year. Even though my man Dallinger does shows with him, but like when he was out here, I was asking about this rapper because there's not much information, but he, from what 6'2" told me, our man is brilliant, but he also got a lot of, you know, it's like circus. You got a lot of stuff going on, you know. There's probably some type of thing going on there. I mean, I take medication to keep it straight, but yeah. Oh, this beat, like, you know, you used to get an album back in the day and just like put it on. It's like, you know, especially if it was a tape, you don't skip that shit. Just fucking put that shit on and be like, okay, let's figure it out. I was coming out of my tape era then, though, because like people weren't doing the tape trading online no more. Anyway, it was too easy to get the person-to-person fucking CDRs and shit. You know, if you had the internet, you just download it or whatever. Tape trade was pretty much dead by 2002 for me. I used to trade CDs with folks, but like, yeah. But this one, what did I get? How did I get this? I think I did get a CDR of this, but I think the CDR I got of it, and one of the things too, back in the early days, like somebody purchased a tape and they ripped the tape to their computer, and so you would get the album and it would be one, you know, 50-minute joint, no cuts, and so it was like that's how you, or you get like 2 tracks, like track 1, like side A, side B. I remember like when because I got Green Think by Dose 1 and Y. I got Green Think, and I wanted to have it on CD too, so I didn't fucking bust the tape. And when I downloaded it, it was side 1, side 2, just like a couple $1.65 joints I had. Square was like that. Square, when I got Square, it was like side A, side B. There was a couple, you know, cats used to make tapes, and this one I think was like that. Who knows this? People complaining, remaining slaves to a higher order. The alarm tells people when they gotta get up. The weatherman tells people whether to expect. The law tells people. Y'all want me to go back a little bit? Hold on. What is that? Experimental hip hop. People wonder what the weather will be like on Wednesday. Media dependent individuals got faith in the weatherman. Is it prepared was almighty, but he's waiting for the weather when it comes. It's a better plan. Better than pre-programmed such future events. I think you'll be okay tomorrow if you wake up and it's raining. People complaining, remaining slaves to a higher order. The alarm tells people when they gotta get up. The weatherman tells people whether to expect. The law tells people what they cannot do. Moral codes dictate what people should and shouldn't do. Religious doctrine killing people out of feel act and see. And yo, they're trying to control us, but they won't ruin me. They won't ruin me. Tell them they won't ruin me.
to life? No. This is not a sing-song soundtrack for emotional moments, components for music, mechanization, an individual versus hidden powers controlling your will. Write your will, smash the pickle jar, send all like cat. Ways, your will scurry, corpus, philosophy, and positive searching, can afford thoughts of execution, contemporary sound, bring the next solution, worse than Paul's black goblins. Ones to let the truth and break down. Let's go outside, watch the pot of an instant first of rot. Now, breaking yelled out, and I'm fucking an ocean, I'm fucking the system. Shut up, kid. To replace humans, you always want to near my son. Box top collecting.
I'm just bouncing. Chakras in motion, psychic connection enclosed, coasted freely outside our mind, receiving transmissional information. Outside our time, I'm traveling. Yeah, if you guys know that, let me know. If you want to know, just ask and I'll tell you. It's not like a fucking game or anything like that. I would just be surprised if people know who this artist was because they've been lost to time in a way. I haven't come across anybody that has brought this artist up to me. You know, when I talked to 6'2" about it, he was like, yo, that's my man. Like, you know, because that was a part of the time. I'll tell you, it's not Tai Chi. It's not Tai Chi. What should I do next? Oh, I gotta play. I know what I gotta play. I mean, goddamn, it's like one of my favorite artists of all time that came out this year.
Regretting or more than blind. It's like arguing more than lying. There's no aspirin on my elbows, swimming over macrophone. And y'all know my thoughts also won't dominate, indoctrinated. More people are fragmented. Consciousness living in eternity, touching all creation, expanding from capacity to risk fulfillment, had to breaking down any boundaries. Born instantaneous flow, and the future grow crazy rhythms, hard stills in the process of the past. New to your computers, sabotage your instruments, motherfuckers. It's like flash, I'm gone past. Past participants with the pretty packages. So we're making this control different mediums. Digest with irresistible passages is like science and the god. The ego brings extreme anguish to medium management.
Yes.
I'll take a person burger.
Yes. I am a headhunter. I'm looking for the ultimate woman sex lover, but it's hard to stay in line, so I have to take the next number, and I can't find anybody in the dead of summer. But you know what? I think I'll have the fries.
Anything else?
Actually, give me the Happy Meal with a rapper who doesn't have any skill but has a contract for $500,000. Served up with a plate full of daffodils. That would do it for me.
Okay, well, what you really like to order? Because what is it that you want?
Give me you know what? Give me a person burger, because eating a hamburger is worse than murder, so I would prefer that.
A what?
Give me $1 million. How about that?
Yeah, we're just like bombing at the drive-thru.
Give me a superstar.
A superstar?
Yeah.
You want the combo?
That's Carl's Jr. And this is Carl's Jr. before it was Carl's Jr. and Green Burrito. I remember when they mixed with Green Burrito. It was like, we off that. I don't think they part of Green Burrito no more.
Superstar.
Used to be able to go to, like, you remember the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell that Das Race was talking about? We had a type of situation in California. It was like the Green Burrito had merged with Carl's Jr.
Medium Sprite.
Hold on, let's go. No, this one.
Spontaneous human combustion.
This is Bus Driver Temporary Forever.
Is defined as the eruption of fire.
This is where I was like, all right, I have a new favorite rapper. I'm fucking glad he's black.
It is possible.
Spontaneous.
And Bus Driver is still one of my favorite artists. I know it's contentious for some of you nerds, but
It's perceived as
I'm good.
a superstition born of medieval ignorance. Something that in the 20th and 21st centuries just shouldn't have to be considered.
Just another one that's politician when I'm trying to make a sound special, but you never been invited, it was my house guest, like wild guest.
You see that hip hop hand I'm doing right there? That y'all don't know about that one. It's also features of Mexican descent. Cholo Lancinco. Tumex.
Dry Army Society earthquake preparedness kit. Save yourself, for we've converted every MC and African American into Madison Square again, and every clergyman in the Vatican stairs fan. To be out of earshot of the heavy cinematic sections and the Virgin Mary clap plenty teardrops. Fear not, answer your question, air blows to adjust with care. Spontaneous combustion, right about a new local reader. Be not alone, I tend to be a social eater. You feel about alternative energy with a combustible engine. And what's that? What about your friend? The one to be human synthesizer, $1 million manly major. I regret to tell you I incinerated him, but his remains inside of my teeth strainer. But for the remainder of the evening, I can be your lead singer. And that's okay with you, because your buddy will talk about how you whoop on this posse coming oddly enough. It's gonna drop a little bit of super serum in his coffee cup to make him feel good about himself. We're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. Your style's like a laughing statue. You titty slickers
I was going to read.
I got a sample of your genetic code inside a glass.
You know, it was Malcolm X's birthday yesterday. Peace to the God. My all-time favorite historical figure. Easily all-time. Mexican Sex Pistols. Yeah. But instead, I picked up Dr. Ball's book. Hold on, let's go to another one. My favorite one on this is maybe Something This.
Now this bus driver name, what exactly are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that you're reaching?
I should play Dark Leaf. I should play The Opus. I should play Lone Catalyst. I should play RJD2. I should play fucking 6-2 Duration. I should play MF Doom, The Downfall of Iblis. I should play fucking Cage Movie for the Blind. I should play Themselves. I should play God Loves Ugly. What are we? I got 10 minutes. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up by 2 hours. So we'll see what we get to. I should play Sleep. I could play Alias. I could play... Man, there's so many albums that came out this year. You know, I love so many of them. B-Side, Suicide Pageant, Bending Mouth, Man's Best Friend 1. Maybe I'll play Man's... Cloud Dead, The Sound of a Handshake. Idea, The Many Faces. Like Barracuda 72, Tetragrammath, Blazing Arrow, Personal Journals, Non-Fiction. Hold on. I think there's a non-fiction song with Doom that nobody ever plays. Yeah, I actually have not heard this in a long time. There's a joint with Doom off of that album that nobody plays because, like, nobody really likes. I mean, people do, but, like, you know, Necro's on it. Here we go.
I wield the hand of God. You get smacked with a talking burning bush, but fix your handbook.
This is ill, though. The beat is dope. Ill Bill.
Your eyes got bitch twinkles. Left with your ears rattled. Lost the war before the first.
Your eyes got bitch twinkles.
Hidden by the earth's shadow. Return to bring the darkest plague to a nervous pharaoh. Cursed about in Hebrew. Shot him with the burning arrows. Kinda fucked up. They can't identify the type of guy who rules cash. Doom pass. With Doom gas. Scooby Doom mask. Fucking with us and tear a hole out your spacesuit. Your last supper. The earthscape. You should've ate food. Yo, metal fingers. I think this guy's about to puke. Yo, dude. Don't even put yourself through it. How they do it. Like if it wasn't shit to it. Oh shoot. The lady knew it was the butler. Cole Snucker.
Yo, Doom is amazing.
Didn't know who he was. She said the flow was so fluid that only one nigga could do it, cause he's like the supervisor in your workplace. No more breaks. Violate our workspace with smirk face. You're bad. He didn't mean to throw y'all concentration. All stay the same with enough game. Chase a mason off. Alright, Savage brought a knife to a gunfight. To him who made the rain for the sunlight. Run Egyptian phaser, alien and cold science.
Doom is so ill.
Using food stamps to swindle devil's dages.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta also realize, like, Doom was also not like the person we knew at this time. Like, Operation Doomsday had come out, but we didn't have like Mad Villainy. We didn't have like Vaudeville Villain. We didn't have that. Like, you know, his aura wasn't fully realized. Even though it was like we had a lot of joints, like we had to Put Your Quarter Up, and we all thought Doom was dope. But like now the position he's in is like in, you know, the Mount Rushmore God tier level. Like it was not necessarily that here, but I was so happy to, like, this is my favorite joint off of that.
I shed repentance until my last sentence. Time to end this.
What do you think? I'm gonna play Blazing Arrow. I thought that was maybe a little bit like too well known, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Blazing Arrow, it was a weird time for me because like I said, I was living in Texas, and I flew back to Hawaii, right? Even though I had the charges, like I flew back to Hawaii knowing that my parents, I would stay there for a week. And then, like, because I very well could have got, you know, with the Grand Theft Auto charges, I could have got time. Like, that's like multiple felonies. I had like, they were talking about that they knew that it was us for like 13 cars that were stolen, plus a couple other break-ins and shit. So like, I wasn't convinced that they had that, but I did flee the state for that. But I went back to Hawaii, and I'm dating this girl or whatever at the time, Ivalani. She's still great. I'm still friends with her. She was my girlfriend a little bit of time last year too, and we still talk all the time. And she sent me booty pictures and shit like that. Wonderful, wonderful Kama'aina, Hawaiian girl. But besides the point, like, I got this album, and my folks and I, we were traveling, and we went and we picked up the van that we had in California. We drove from California all the way through Texas, all the way to Florida to meet with my stepdad's family and shit. And I got this album, Blackalicious, during that trip, and I was just like putting it on and shit, right? I was just like, play it. And I remember, like, I had it on, like, and we was like, yo, let's watch a movie. We'll stay at the hotel. We'll go to the mall. We'll watch a movie. And then I went to the malls, like a Moreno Valley in California or some shit like this, Southern California, Moreno Valley. And I remember I was out there and I was just by myself. I was walking around, and like 3 beautiful black young girls, like my age and shit. Like one of them was like, yo, you look cute. And I was like, what's up with it then? And then like we made out a little bit at the mall. It was really dope. Again, I'm cheating on my girlfriend and shit like that, but it was dope. But then we watched Christopher Nolan. We watched Insomnia, me and my parents. And I was, that's what instilled into me that like, yo, I need to like go to Alaska someday. And I was like, it was really important to me. And I was listening to this album. It was like, it was in the headphones, like so much during that time. And like, one of the things that really stood out to me about Blackalicious Blazing Arrow was not that Gift was so dope, or, the production was so dope, or the features were so dope. We even got Jaguar Wright on here. And, Lateef is on here. Charlie Tuna, Gil Scott is on here. Like, it's an amazing album. Saul Williams' lyrics, Born, is on here. But like something about it was like so clean and so professional and so smooth. I was just like, yo, this is the hip hop that could break out. Like this could be played on the radio. And I remember listening to it in my headphones, like sleeping in a hotel. My parents is on their queen size bed, and I'm on my own queen size bed, a little 19-year-old in the joint. And I just have this on my headphones, and I'm just like I'm not high or anything. I didn't have any weed or anything like that, but I was just like laying in bed and just like spiraling, listening to this, focusing on every element of it. And this album, to me, I think one of the reasons I don't go back to it so much is because it's so nostalgic for not just like a point in, like a specific point in time. Like I still remember that shorty that I was kissing up on, man. She was I hope she's doing well. Like super beautiful. She was taller than me. I'm 4'20". I'm 4'21". I'm like 5'8", 5'9", and shit, right? But she was taller than me, and she wasn't wearing like no rises, no beautiful black girl. She had booty shorts on, like a nice little halter top or whatever, in the Moreno Valley Mall, and we was just like making out. She had beautiful. Like I still sometimes it's just like, of the variety is great, and it's like I remember that. Cheat on my girl too. It's like, I was a notorious cheater. I wasn't a great person about that shit, but learn, live your lessons. This 25 years ago and shit, you know what I mean? I'm a different person now. That's why that girl still talk to me. But yeah, this shit is great. I really did feel like this was like a breakout album. Hold on, I got time for at least one more and shit, right? One or two more? No, I got time for it. I'm just gonna go until I finish this drink. I'm not even halfway done, so y'all got to deal with it. All right, let's do it themselves. Let's do it themselves. So this song, Crayon Sharpener, to me is indicative of, like, if you listen to it and what Dose is talking about, it's like really clear, and it's followed him through his whole entire career. The album that he released with Backwoods harbors a lot of the same thoughts, like his feelings about art, about hip-hop culture, about authenticity, about originality and integrity within the culture. Like the seeds of all of that are already here growing, and everything he talks about is like, where things are sold, but what we really mean is sold, like the human spirit. Like all of the things on this song are really the things that he's talking about on the Backwoods album. But Dose has always been like ready for hip hop heaven. He would never disrespect it. Dose is so good at that. Like I remember my cousin Randy, and this was 2003. No. Now this was mid 2000. It was actually that was like at the end of, because this is the drive. This is the drive. I ended up in North Carolina. I ended up in North Carolina in August or September of 2002. And my parents were staying in what was called TLF, temporary lodging facility, because my stepdad is in the military and I'm living with them, right? Like I moved from my sister, I live with them, and then my cousin Tito from Hawaii had moved there like a year before, like to graduate high school. So he had been there for like 2 years, and he was a year before me. He got left back. And when I first got out there, the week that I got out there, my cousin Randy, Tito's little brother, who was a grade younger than both of us, who was a grade younger than me, and he was in the same grade as Tito because Tito got left back. Silvio got left back. Randy stabbed somebody 37 times, and he went to like he got caught the same day, and like he was on. They were on steroids because my cousin Tito used to do shit. So they were taking like D-ball and master bowling. And not to say that's an excuse, Randy really stabbed him with a small pocket knife 37 times. And the kid didn't die. And that's the best thing about it. Like, all praise due to Allah. Like, he didn't die. My man Randy went to jail, right? And so like I'm living with Tito. I instead of staying with my parents, I stayed with Tito and his family for like 3 months. And I was living at their house for like 3 months. So I'm like talking to Randy when he called on the phone to talk to the family. He's like, yo, play me some hip hop. I'm playing him shit like A.C. Long, Book of Human Language. I played him this, and he was like, yo, I don't want to hear any of this underground bullshit you're talking about. I want to play like Tupac. I want to hear the Locks. I want to hear fucking Beanie Siegel. And I was like, my bad, G. But yeah, he eventually. Shout out to my man Randy. He because the guy didn't die, he didn't get murder charges. He spent I want to say like 6 or 8 years in jail. Found Allah. He found a Nation of Islam, and he's still deeply incorporated into the Nation of Islam. He does speeches. He also has a community garden that he cultivates with some farmland and things of that nature that he does. And he's met the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's on his Nation of the Gods, like Nation of Islam shit. So congratulations to him. But I was trying to play him shit like this, and this motherfucker didn't want to hear that shit whatsoever. And I understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, this is what I'm talking about. 2002. Here goes my jam off of this, right? This joint right here is called Lyrical Cudgel. It's spelled like Cougel, which is not cudgel. Like, that's not the word. But I've always thought it was cudgel, like a device to hit a motherfucker. But it's Cogel. And I've Googled Cogel. I have no idea what it means. I've never talked to Dose about it. I've never talked to Pedestrian. I've never talked to Soul about it. But this is a posse cut from the Anticon crew that was so fucking hard to me back then, because they style like motherfuckers. And I'll get out of here after this, I guess. Or do I have one more? I have one more.
I can rap, y'all get it, sound path, chosen soundtrack, off rails, sneak behind sketch, can't believe, killer, that's the catch, new waters we can tread down, soak it in.
Thought provoking in.
My name forever, wordsmith, it's a pest.
Also, like, this is also a good example of something that I love. That's why I've always loved the Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody has a very distinct style. It doesn't seem incestuous, but it's harmonic. Like, I'm listening to the new Chong Wizard hooked me up with this new album. He's got so many features on there, and they're all weird stylers. His album feels like the Swarm album to me. It's fucking perfect. It has got all of these distinct styler MCs who sound very specifically different over the beats, but Secret House Against, Radio Free Mega. If you tap into this, thank you. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all those things. I'll be back again in the future. I left out so many albums. So many albums.
In other words, a lyric. And as character actors reacting and acting, corresponding and sporting maxims, mastering the subtle opera, phantom writer, ghost,
Competition is another way to put it. Influential blossom of unique, creative, super special, touching like electrical, and as a people pervading truth.
Word, waiting in the gut of mind. Dive one, never thought of my certified about my mouth. Roll, bubble to my hollow, guttural echo, thin, silent, dumb paper.
Now, bang, parchment, ointment, in a minute more, I ain't done. Dictionary readers acting on words, judging depth by thickness.
NMP, richness, draining, mystic, Dr. Pilot, shadows, and the ransom, teeming full of law, appreciated. I'm afraid there is a way I see it silhouette and feel a presence.
Just let it be, dead butterfly, let it be, you let it personify, why not? Let it be, otherwise the star between me and each beat. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Let's me, literal, the fine woven thread of feathers and speech freedom. A speech, it's a natural embodiment before God has not even had a name yet. Which mean, Alpha and Omega, let it go, but it can't, then it queen God. Mars, lectures, man, better than the name.
I don't think I'm done yet. Yeah, I just had to go pee. Now, but this is you know, one of the things, like, I know it's like, hard to burn. I was just thinking about North Carolina. Like, I just got word that my homie from there, that I only knew for like 8 months, but like, and it was my folks. We did a lot of, you know, we was outside drinking 40s together and shit. I just heard that Kenny Monster passed away. It bummed me out a little bit, but you know, like being 42 is pretty crazy and shit. Like, it was such a time here. Like, I got mad stories. Sometimes I feel like my stories is like
Try thinking too much, not drinking too much.
they seem unbelievable.
Thinking too much, no education above the 5th grade level. Follow me through the forest, over the
My nigga that used to hang out with there all the time, Neil, that nigga in jail, or he went to jail for fucking bank robbery. Yo, my homie that I went to high school with in Hawaii, Freddie Ortiz. This nigga, I met him out there, and he was like a New York cat. Like, he thought he was like, he used to say he was a Latin King cat. We used to write graffiti together. When I met him out there, he was decided he was going to become a blood, and he had like a teardrop tattoo. That nigga, like, while I was out there, he went to jail for trying to kill his baby mama and the grandmother. And it's like, I haven't heard from him in a while. Like, I tried to reach out to his brother, and he was like, yo, we don't talk to him no more. Family cut him off. So crazy. The girl that I used to, and again, I was cheating. I used to have a girl that I was messing around with, and you know, I drove her car all the time and shit. She lived across the street, her and her sisters. I'm still tight with one of the sisters, Sister Katrina. You know, she sent me like naked booty pictures and shit sometimes. Like, but like, you know, I love those girls. And Adrian committed suicide a couple years ago. Like, that was one of the first times that somebody admitted to me that they had been raped. Like, she told me she was like sexually abused by her stepdad, who was a police officer, when she was like 11, 12 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old, sexually abused by him every night. She said she thought her mom knew. She said she thought her mom was jealous about it. Eventually her and the dad separated and shit, but like, I used to see that stepdad come by the house every once in a while. He was a police officer and shit. One night she was drunk, she told me that shit, like, disgusting. I think that's part of the reason why she killed herself too, you know what I mean? Like, fuck the police, man. So many stories. So much life. I know all of us got it and shit, but this is Radio Free Mega, so y'all get to hear about me. Peace. Judges ain't nothing but guts with a halo. B-boy shit.
They do. Them two pulled up an arm's length wide and waited this morning. Coffee hangover last night. Frustration hangover with the angel on the shoulder. Hung himself on his own halo. Couldn't stay in the smoke. Burning out a pepper with acid eyes and aims. They need a fix bigger than lives we lead. Lead our lives anything less than waiting is a disappointment. Remember what your brother talk life is a defeat. Other than self. Try to write a good song, but I'm always wrong. So there's your poor charm for sure. Charm for sure. Charm for sure. Giving a shitter. Try too hard, no one can tell, but they can hear a reputation. Hands on dull, it's all been done for what? Passion turns poison and it covers with angst. In the damn broken, hope to see you. Taking your own praise, throwing ropes on the edge of the earth, grabbing the hanging, it's best to mix. Then they're loving to think we had it all. That's why we carry on for the sake of carrying on. Some names kill the same with beside it, eating my dose hands. I'm out there beside it on Sunday. Fucking hate Sundays, fucking hate the sun. Left one way, and go confidence for company words. I have none. Yo.
Pause they lit among the thieves, cause they can't show faces and peaceful conditions, warlike man.
Set upon the devices, even the hands that held them up to the same light, right and not right.
Judges ain't nothing but guts in a halo. How long till they tell you how high they're gonna hang you? And the crack cut themselves a major part of the mask. Of the mask, if they foot like that and walk like a coward. Is that how you wanna be remembered? Well, don't get caught with
your hands in a blender.
Today was a good day, give my foot to the homeless.
And my shins are the loudest. If you can scream over the home of the pacemakers and the painkillers and the pain praisers and the cancers.
The appraisal preachers hopping up and down like an 8-ball for the dominoes. Falling off in the mirror for amusement. I hope you can use it. Only proper knows proper what it smells like.
Heaven.
I made myself sad.